Hey, y'all. I am Kay. Welcome to my channel. The name of my channel is It's Just K1, y'all. Come on in. All newbies, come on in. You are always welcome. And returning people, you know the deal. Come on in, y'all. I hope you all are enjoying your summer. Hope you're having a good time, getting it in, being out in the street, dipping and doing it the whole nine. And I hope you're being safe. It looks like we're getting towards the end of July now, so we're rolling into the birthday month and the Leo season. Y'all know what that's about. So anyway, come on in. In today's vlog, I'm going to be discussing a life update, and also we're not going to make everything about the life update. We're going to have some fun in the sun in another part of the video. But come on in, get ready, welcome, and I'm Kay, and you are watching It's Just K1, y'all. Let's go. What's going on with y'all? So I'll tell you a little bit about what's going on with me. Remember I told you a couple of weeks ago that I had went to the doctor or whatever, and I didn't tell you the details or anything. Not that I'm going to tell you the details now, but what I wanted to express for a life update is more like a lifestyle change, so to speak. So when I went to the doctor, he said that last year, like if you took I guess an ink pen, okay, and say this is the line for the cholesterol, and say last year I was like right here, and then this year I fell off the line. So I have elevated cholesterol. That can be changed with diet and exercise, and also I had a vitamin D deficiency. But I've been told by many people, a lot of African American people have vitamin D deficiency, so he prescribed a vitamin D supplement that you take once a week. I'm sure it's very strong if I take it once a week, and then I'm supposed to go back in October for like follow-up. So he had already asked me at the previous, I think I mentioned in the previous vlog, he had already asked me how many times a week do I exercise. Well, it was twice, and he asked me could I add another day. So since that time I have been doing it since I went to the doctor. Then on alternate days or other days, since I have to add one day, I do a 30-minute workout. So it can be running, it can be walking on the track, it could be in the gym, it could be whatever, in the house, whatever. It's another day. So I've been doing that. But also in addition to that, I know that I probably have to change my lifestyle as far as food. So that brings me to what I'm getting ready to talk about. I mentioned to my doctor, and I think I told you all this, that I've been stressed. And I have. And I noticed that my stress isn't like normal stress. It's different. I never had it before, but I know I haven't felt this way before, and it's not all like on the outside, it's internal. So like when certain things or topics are mentioned, I can feel myself getting angry and getting mad just talking about it, getting built up and worked up. Go back to Dr. Patel probably after I come back from vacation or whatever. But anyway, I know that my stress is what it's related to. So like I always talk to you all about no stress, try to do different things to get rid of stress and put yourself in different situations. Well, my stress is unavoidable. It's still going on. And I just know that my body is reacting differently towards it. I've had stress before with jobs, with people, with situations, whatever. My body is acting different towards this situation, and I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. I don't know what's going on. I don't, it's scary and all that stuff. I'm going to continue to do what he's telling me to do for the cholesterol and for the vitamin D or whatever, and the workout. I don't have a problem working out, and I don't have a problem exercising, whatever. I don't have a problem with that. Now, the food thing, I remember on a daily basis, I have coffee in the morning. I don't eat till 12 because I'm doing intermittent fasting. I have a salad, okay? In the evening, I eat probably between 7 and 8. I'll have something else like salmon. I have like chicken breast, stuff like that. Every now and then I have a TV dinner or whatever. But what it's caused me to do is look at labels and look at how much of what is in something that I'm eating. How many servings am I eating? What type of fat is in it? Because remember, cholesterol comes from, I think, trans fat. I had to do a little research on this, y'all. So don't take my word for, bond or whatever. But So I had to look at labels. I had to turn stuff over and look at labels. I don't eat late. If I'm here, I'm out, and I don't get home till like 10 o'clock, I'm not eating a meal. I'll probably have a smoothie or something like that. Sometimes late at night, you know, the couch is my friend. Sometimes late at night, I'll be on the couch, and then when I wake up, I have set an alarm already on my phone at 11:30 to say, get off the couch, go to bed. So the whole thing of going to work or working at a desk or going to work physically, coming back, laying on the couch, eating, sitting on the couch, laying and not moving cause a problem. Because I think I mentioned this before. I know that I can work out and maintain my weight. It's not a thing. So I just have to reinforce it and put it into gear, make it a goal and all that, yada, yada, yada. Okay. So, like I was saying, I just know that this type of stress is not the norm, and I've never experienced it before. I just, it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. You know, it's like, I get easily agitated about the situation. You know, I'm not easily agitated because, you know, I'm funny, sarcastic. But I get, with this situation, I get easily agitated. So I have a little anxiety. I don't have any depression, but I have a little anxiety. You know, I'm overwhelmed. You know, I'm trying to wrap my hands around everything, and it's just too much. So like I said, I'm trying to get some resolution to this situation because I have 2 adult kids and I want to be around for as long as I can. And I know I can nip the exercise and stuff in the bud, but the stress. I have a brother that had a massive stroke. I have a grandfather that had a heart attack. I had a mother that had a mild stroke. I do not want to be wheeled out of my home, my job, on the street, in the car for having a stroke or a heart attack because of an outside influence. That's serious to me. That's really serious to me, and you all take heed to that. That's really serious. And I am, I'm all about the health and stuff now. I mean, not just now, but I've been talking about it to you all over the last couple of weeks and so. But yeah, something's got to change with this situation. It has to change. So I'm not going to go into detail about the situation and what it all entails, but I'm just saying something has to change. And, you know, I really don't like it. I'm frazzled. You know, I am upset about it. So anyway, that's a women's wellness, because I'm interested in men. If you don't want to hear this, ladies, I'm 56, so I presume I'm going through menopause. I don't think I'm at postmenopause. I think I'm going through it. So there's a lot of things that's going on in my body that I don't know what the hell is going on. I never experienced that before. So, you know, along with the stress, emotional, physical, what the stress takes a toll on you internally and externally. I got that going. Then I got the menopause. I don't know if this is all connected or whatever. I need to know. I have questions like why, what do I do? I don't have hot flashes and all that stuff. But other body changes. I'm just at odds on what the hell is going on, you know. So that, in addition to everyday stresses, in addition to the outside stress that I told you about, it's taking a toll on me. So okay don't always be okay. So if, you know, you invite me to something I don't want to go, I mean, my niece knows about this. My daughter knows about it. Some close friends know. My family knows about it. But my niece came over here Friday and got me out, as you'll see, and we went to the beach. I didn't want to go anywhere. I just wanted to work and lay down and rest, you know. So basically, that's what I've been doing, working, laying on the couch, working. I haven't really been doing nothing. I've been to a couple of house functions or whatever, but that's it. And some of those I didn't really want to go. I didn't really feel like it. I just wanted to soak and just chill, because my mind is like, even though I'm sitting on the couch watching TV or filming a vlog for you all, which I still enjoy and I will always enjoy to do because it sparks my creativity, I just didn't want to do nothing else. So, and you know, of course, that affects your physical, that affects your diet, that affects your exercise, that affects your mentality, internal and external. So I'm praying to get better, y'all. So when you see labels and what's in stuff that will affect me, especially now with this cholesterol thing, I've been told by many people that if you just exercise consistently, don't even worry about that. What I don't want to do is be on medication for anything. Not cholesterol, not high blood pressure, not vitamin D or whatever. I don't want to be on medication for anything. I just want to do what I'm supposed to do so I won't have to, you know. Yeah, I got a little fupa. That's about it. Yeah, my thighs rub against, let's keep it real 100. My thighs rub against each other sometimes. But so what? I'm 56 years old. You know, I'm just trying to make it one day at a time, baby. I mean, you know. So let's get to it. So what I want to talk to you about is labels. I don't need my glasses for this, y'all. So we're going to get into this in a few. What I wanted to get into is about food labels and what we put in our body. You know, everybody heard this song and dance a million times, but you never paid attention to it, right? Well, it's going to come to a point where you're going to have to pay attention to it one way or the other. So I got my notes here, y'all. So labels, labels, labels. I'm talking about food labels, y'all. Do you even know how to read a label? Okay. I'm going to put a label up here somewhere so you can see it. And for an example, I'm going to take this bag of Lay's, this little bitty bag of Lay's, and I'm going to do an example of reading a label and what it all means. And if did you know that, maybe you didn't know, and how it can help you also. So the back of the chips or whatever, your food items, it was set up by the USDA, and they've been putting labels on food items and things since 1990. Okay. The serving size is a recommendation from the USDA. See that part right there? This is a recommendation. This does not mean that you have to eat this amount. That's up to you. Okay? So the serving size is a recommendation by the USDA. It's not stating that you should or shouldn't. The calories is how much is in each serving. So this bag of Lay's has 160 calories. You see that? Okay. Other things have, other things, if you eat too much saturated fat, sodium, and added sugars, your body will have an adverse health reaction. So once again, what I was talking about for cholesterol, well, you can say cholesterol, saturated fat, sodium, and added sugars. So that's on here also. And look at any label that you have. You'll see that on there. Okay. The total sugars, that's normally on the back. I don't think they have total sugars even listed on here. No, they don't have total sugar. So there's no total sugars in here. Oh, yes, it is. It said total sugars is less than 1 gram. That's good. Total sugars is less than 1 gram. I'm going to put this on the screen too so you can see it up close. What that means is the total sugars are all the sugars plus the natural added sugar that was used to make the product. So 1 gram is a good amount. That's small. This size bag is good for you, if you're not supposed to be doing, or if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. This is nice. This is a nice treat. What the FDA is trying to do is, the USDA is trying to do is, they're not saying don't eat this, don't eat that, don't do this, don't do that. They're just trying to give you guidelines so you can apply it to your life. That's each individual. Nobody's the same. It's not a one size fits all. Okay. So we need in our diet more dietary fiber, vitamin D, calcium, iron, and potassium. All those things will improve bowel function. It lowers your blood glucose, and it supports healthy cholesterol levels in your body. If you did that, if you hang your butt around some dietary fiber, vitamin D, calcium, iron, and potassium, that'll help you out with that. Okay. It also reduces anemia, it reduces hypertension, and it reduces osteoporosis. So remember that. The percent of daily value. So this is what I started to look at just recently. This is like up here in the corner, right there. The percent of daily value. It's a little small line right here. And I'll put it on the screen so you all can see that. The percent of daily value. When you see the percentages over here, that's what the percent of daily value is. What that is how much of nutrients 1 serving contributes to your daily needs. So remember that. The percentage value. These are good. So I need to find something that's probably bad. But the percentage value is how much nutrients of 1 serving will contribute to your daily needs. So 1 serving now, because you got to remember, when you open in a big bag of Doritos or Cheetos or Puffs or Flame Out, the big bag, you're eating probably more than one serving. If you eat that whole bag in one sitting, or, you know, this is one serving right here. So if you have the big giant Lays, you have to multiply that by, the bag, big bag. This is for this bag. So remember that. Don't think if you're eating a big giant Lays, this apply. Do your multiplication. So there's a thing called a 5-20 rule. And what that is if it's 5% or less, it's a low nutrient. If it's 20% or higher, that's a high nutrient. You want to have less saturated fat, less sodium, and less added sugars. You want to have more fiber, vitamin D, iron, and potassium. Those are good. So you want to increase that, but you want to have a low amount of the fat. You can have some fat, but you want to have a low percentage of the fat. And also trans fat and total sugars. You want to lower that. Most of the time on the back of a package, they don't list the amount of protein or percentages of protein, trans fat, and total sugar. Sometimes they'll just say sugar. They won't say total. But remember, total is the amount of sugar that they actually cooked and made the product with, in addition to regular sugars. So that's a lot. So on the back of here, we're going to take a look at this. This says the daily value percentage is 13%. So remember, she mentioned in this thing, I think I had looked up reading labels for dummies or something, but that's not who this is from. She had mentioned, I found a video on YouTube, y'all. So she had mentioned that the percentage of daily value, that's how much the nutrient serving for one contributes to your needs. So under total fat, it has 13%, right? That's how much it contributes to your daily needs, the nutrients. The total fat is 10 grams. So that's not bad. That's okay. But it contributes to 13% of your daily needs. So think everything that you eat in a whole day. This is 13%, okay? The saturated fat is 7%, contributing to your daily needs, but the amount is 1.5 grams. That's okay. You know, you try to stay, you know, even though she said 5% or less, I think that's the 10 grams and the 1.5 is close to 5. It's not more than 20, okay? The trans fat has 0. Now remember, trans fat is what's going to get you in trouble, right? Trans fat gets you in trouble. So the cholesterol on here, they have 0. 0 cholesterol. Okay. The sodium is 7% of daily value, but the sodium is 170 milligrams. So it kind of has a lot of salt. Now the percentage for daily value says the sodium is 7%. So that, I guess, 7% for the whole day. So 170 milligrams, I think that's kind of high a little bit. That's a lot of salt. Okay, so then the total carbs, the percentage daily value is 6%, and the total carbs is 15 grams. That's pretty low for like carbs, 15 grams, okay? Dietary fiber is 5%, that percentage daily value, and 1 gram. So as you see, it don't have that much fiber, but it got a small amount. Total sugars less than 1 gram. That's excellent because it's not loading you up with a whole lot of sugar and sweets. So it's less than 1 gram, and the protein is 2 grams. That's not really helping you either, but so when you come down here to the bottom, vitamin D, it has 0. Calcium, it has 10 milligrams. Iron, it has 0.6 milligrams. Potassium, it has 350 milligrams. And vitamin C, it doesn't have any. So under the daily percentage value, vitamin D has 0, calcium has 0, iron has 2%, potassium has 6%, and vitamin C has 6. So the percentage value is just telling you, it's like a guide on for your whole day of if you eat this along with other things. You would have to, I guess, add and calculate all this together. But like I said, do things one at a time. Don't try to add up every single thing you eat and all these calories. You'll be going crazy. But this is a decent bag of chips this size. And down here at the bottom, it says there's not a significant source of added sugars. That's excellent. That's excellent. It says the percentage daily value, DV, tells you how much a nutrient is in a serving of food that contributes to a daily diet of 2,000 calories a day. And that is used for general nutrition advice. They do have the ingredients on here: potatoes, vegetable oil, canola, corn, soybean, and or sunflower oil, and salt. So you can tell that from that sodium being 170 milligrams. So if you're gonna snack, this would be the perfect chip for you for snacking. And I guess you could have one of these a day. If you're gonna have this, I don't eat chips every day, but you can have this size bag, or you know, these also come in a box. You can get that box, and maybe one a day. You can have one of these. That's it. If you want to stay really healthy. So, what else I wanted to say about that was, oh, there we go. What else I wanted to say about that was, they were saying if something's listed on there, you go by the grams. If it doesn't have a daily percentage value, you go by the grams. And you know when something is out of control, when something is not. You got common sense. Come on, we talking all grown people, hopefully. So on the nutrition label, it's just to help you. It's just to help you make more informed decisions on what foods to eat and what foods to not eat. I mean, some things you can't get around, you know, it's the whole thing, you know, everything that's out here, everything is bad. You know, people don't eat pork, they don't eat this, they don't eat that. Do what works for you and your health. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Don't jump on the bandwagon with everybody or what everybody's doing. Do what works for you and your health. You know, if you have high cholesterol or high whatever, you got to stay away from that. You got to stay away from that trans fat. You can have some saturated fat, but small amounts. And I saw a thing where they would talk about on the same video that you can have some of the baddie things, but alternate it with a salad. So say you have a slice of pizza, home run in, whatever, Giordano's, whatever. You have the slice of pizza. You know that's probably 600 calories or so. But have a salad with it. So bring in the healthy foods along with your busy food. I call them busy foods. It's going to be busying up in your body. Bring in the healthy foods to alternate. I noticed that I had read up sometime this weekend about olive oil, because you know I cook my salmon in olive oil, but they were saying that avocado oil is better, so I got some avocado oil. So just making small adjustments can really help you, you know, in the long run. You know, when we get 50 years old and above, I just thought that back when I was like 45 or even 50, I just said, oh, as soon as I get 50, you know, it's just gonna be smooth sailing. I knew the menopause was coming, but it's like every single thing you do as being over 50, whether it's internally or physically to your body, it affects you immediately. It's not like, so you got to think diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, all these different things going on with your body. So I'm going to try to do the best I can. I've never been a label reader, but I find myself now looking at stuff. Even when I was trying to select the avocado oil, I was going back and forth because a lot of them had kind of the same grams and everything, and this daily percentage value, but then some of them was like 1 point off, and then they had added sugars, because you got to remember, added sugars is added sugars plus the regular sugar. What was it? Let me tell you, it's a lot. Added sugar consists of, the total sugars is all the sugars. So it's added sugar plus all the sugar it took to make the product. So that's a lot of sugar. So you got to be careful with that. Pay more attention to things I eat, and not super restrictive. It's just like anything else. Things in moderation. You can have a piece of cake, but don't eat the whole damn cake. You can have a little bowl of ice cream, but don't sit up. You know, I used to have them nights last year. See, I think this is where it all come from. It's getting back at me. Last year, around this time, you know, I would get on a call with my sister and my niece and Danielle, and we'd be on Zoom and all that. And I would have that black and white, that brown and white container of ice cream, and we talking, and I'm just digging it. I got the whole container just sitting on the couch, sitting in the chair, eating. It catches up with you. It catches up with you. It might not have affected me then, but like I said, I got so much stuff going on. It's just attack. You know, it's just like this, everything. So just be more careful, you all, and pay attention to your body, pay attention to things that feel different, If they feel different, go to the doctor. Tell the doctor what feels different. Even if it's mental illness or depression or anxiety, whatever it is, stress, go get it checked out. Go to the doctor. Let him know. You may have to take time off. You may have to go see a specialist. You may have to go to counseling. I mean, it's a variety of things going on, but it's your what's going on with you, not everybody else. So get you some good friends and family or support system that will support you through anything and everything. And hey, you might not feel like socializing sometimes, but people will come pull you out the house, as we know. And, you know, people will try to do things with you and you ain't feeling it, you know, but that's just because they care about you and love you. But anyway, like I said, pay attention to these labels, y'all, especially the 50 and over people. Pay attention. You can have something, you can have a little bit, moderation, but watch the labels, watch your intake, and also exercise. Don't just eat, lay on the couch, sleep, whatever, get up, go to work, come back. Pay attention to everything you're putting in here. When you go to parties, when you go places, don't always reach for the chicken wings and the hot wings and all that. Get you a couple, get you the salad, get you some celery sticks on the side. Go to that veggie tray. That veggie tray is your friend. It's your friend. The veggie tray is your friend. So just be mindful and be aware, because you only got one body and only one you. And if your crew and your village ain't on a program with you to try to make you better, to coach you, to praise you, to move you along, to get on your back, to make you better, that's the wrong crew. Okay? So I just want to express that to y'all, that's my journey and that's my life change. I'm getting more into that and reading labels and stuff like that and paying more attention to what I put in. I said, you all, pay attention to what you're eating. Pay attention to what you're doing. Are you surround people that are smoking? Are you, pay attention. You know your health issues. You know if you have diabetes. You know if you got hypertension or whatever. Pay attention and do not be around it. You want to be here for as long as you can, and I want you to be here for as long as you can, and I want to be here for as long as I can. I want to see my kids, my nieces, nephews, everybody. I want to be an old lady. I don't want to be up out of here, because of some bull jive that I could have prevented. So I'm going to work on me, and that's going to take time, and you got to work on you. Get your counselor, get your therapist, get whatever, go get them physicals, get yourself checked out. You feel something, you think something ain't feeling right, go get it checked out. Go to the doctor. Okay? Talk about is juicing, okay? So we're going to talk about juicing, and I'm not a person that was crazy about juicing. I didn't jump on the juicing bandwagon. I didn't go out and buy a juice. Remember, we just talked about buying things because they're popular and because everybody else is buying it. That's not always necessary for you. Don't always be a bandwagon jumper. So anyway, the first drink that we're going to make is brought to you by Bo the Goat TV. BOTHEGOAT TV. It's a guy on YouTube, African American guy. He's pretty handsome, like a man of my particular age. He has a YouTube channel, and what happened? One of his not stories, his what does YouTube have? Reels was suggested for me, like just scanning, and I liked this, so I saved it, and I said I'm gonna make that. So in this drink that we're going to make, I'm going to give you the ingredients. We're going to have 2 whole lemons, peel on. Remember that. 1 lime, peel on. It's different, isn't it? We're going to have 1 whole grapefruit, unpeeled and cut, like in 4s. Some ginger, turmeric, 2 clementines peeled, and pomegranate cut in halves or 4s. Now, let me tell you what I found at the store. Pomegranate was very hard to find. I couldn't find it at all. So when I was at the store, someone suggested to me to try this raspberry, blackberry, no sugar added, good belly probiotics instead of the pomegranate. So this is what I'm going to use in place of the pomegranate because I couldn't find a pomegranate. I couldn't even find the frozen. I don't know. I'm surprised they didn't have it because I've seen it in the stores previously, like maybe a couple of months ago, but it was nothing there. And I asked and they just said they didn't have it. So that's a substitute. Also, I swore I had some turmeric here and now I don't have any. I could have swore I had some in a little bottle, and I searched the whole season cabinet and I couldn't find it, but I could have swore I had a little bitty thing of it. And the ginger, because this is the ginger. We're not using this whole thing, we use a piece of it. And then, the clementines. They didn't have clementines at the store I went to. So I have some mandarin oranges that I poured the juice off of. So we're gonna eat, sorry, y'all. We're gonna use that, see? We're gonna use that. So we can get into it and we're gonna see how it came out. I wanted to show you all something also. I did a haul on this before. I'll show it to you. Wait a minute. Let me flip the camera around. So, this little tray here, I bought this off of Amazon. Ajanari has a tray similar to this. And it's for fruits and vegetables when you rinse them. Or whatever you're going to rinse. Greens, whatever, vegetables. Excuse my ashy hands and my sunburned arm. But this came in handy today because I'm making 2 types of juices today. This is part of the recipe for the second batch. I ordered this off Amazon a while ago. I did list the link down. I will list it again for you all. It came in very handy because when I was rinsing off the fruit over here, I didn't want to sit on the counter, especially because the lemons and limes are going straight in as they are. This is the only thing the peeling is coming up. I did wash them all, but these are going in the way they are. And then the apple I'm going to use in the second recipe, and the cucumber, you see it's still wet. In this kit, in this little setup, I love this. I saw it on her page, Ajanari. That's one of my favorite YouTubers also. They also have the mitt in here for you to scrub the fruit or whatever you're doing. You put your hands in there like that. I didn't do that because I had already used it when I went downstairs to get it. But you scrub it. Isn't that cute? I will link this below if you're interested in getting one of these. It's very nice. And all you have to do is, like, if you're not using it, I just put it up because that's where it was at. It was stored. Because on a daily basis, I'm not rinsing off fruit and laying it in there or whatever. So I just think that's a cute little gadget to have in your kitchen or whatever. So check it out. So we get ready to get into this. And I'm getting ready to peel this grapefruit right here, and cut up a little piece of this ginger. And then we're going to get into that blender. And I'm going to wrap a taste with you in a bit. Look at the little Mr. Kettle over there. Please hold. Hey, we are back, y'all. We're getting ready to start. I got my recipe notes right here. The first one, he didn't have a name to it. The guy, the Goat TV, he didn't have a name to this juice that we were going to make. He just said what to put in there. So you start off, he said put 2 whole lemons. And I don't think he meant like this, y'all. He meant cut it. You gotta cut it. So let me take my glasses off because I don't need them all, y'all. Okay, so let me move this open a little bit. So he said 2 whole lemons, right? So I'm just cutting it in 4s. Just enough to get in there. 2 whole lemons. It's gonna have a whole lot of compost. I could already tell. Now that I know what compost means, y'all. So we're putting the 2 whole lemons in there. This is 1 lemon. Okay. This is number 2 right here going in. I hope this don't be a little tarty tangy. The skin being on it must do something to it. Must help with, I don't know. Okay. So there's the second whole lemon. 2 whole lemons. Okay. The next thing is, excuse me, y'all. Peel on 1 whole lime. Peel on. Here's the lime. Both of them. Whole lime. Peel on. Let's cut that up. It's a little GQ knife. Okay. I'm not cutting it on a cutting board, y'all. I'm just doing the counter today. Okay, so you got 1 whole lime. Okay. Then you got a whole grapefruit peeled. I've already peeled it, and I'm just gonna cut it so it can fit in there. Look at it, good and juicy, y'all. Good and juicy. I hope this. I rinsed out 4 bottles. I hope I don't have to rinse out more than 4 because this is gonna make a lot. So a whole grapefruit. There you go. You think I should have cut that some more, y'all? I'll cut it again. I mean, the blender's gonna bust it up. I always be so afraid it's just gonna have it in big chunks because we are using a blender, not a juicer. Okay, I sliced that up some more. This smells so good, y'all, like an air freshener. Okay, you got your whole grapefruit. I'm looking at the paper, y'all. See my eyeball? And then you need your ginger. I have the ginger right here. I've already chopped it up. Put all of that in there. A little piece of ginger. The turmeric we didn't have. I'm sorry. The 2 clementines we are using in place of the 2 clementines, mandarin oranges. Just putting them in there. Those gonna break down anyway, because they break down when you eat them. I don't think, well, I'm gonna give it the juice, whatever. Give it the juice. Okay, and then the pomegranate. I'm gonna fill that pomegranate, that juice like this, and put that. So he said put 1 cup of water in and then blend and then add the second, wait a few minutes and then add the second cup. Okay, so we all know, I'm not going downstairs to get the measuring cup, is normally up here, but 16 ounces is a cup. So I have 16 ounces of ice mountain water from Costco. So I'm gonna use one of these first, at least it will be cold. And then I'm gonna blend and then I'm wait a few minutes like he said and then add the other one. Okay, add the water. And then I'm ready to blend it. This is gonna make a lot, y'all. I think this is gonna make a lot because he, what's in there. But I want to see how 1 cup works first because my bottles they're 12 ounce, so 16 ounces a cup. So this is less than a cup. So I want to make sure that I can fill maybe at least 3. We're here to blend this and then we will stop after a minute and see how far up or down this goes, then add the other bottle of water or whatever. Okay, so we move this back some. So I'm going to hold it because you know I'd be so scared the thing going to explode. Okay, we're going to give it a blend of 2. Now, he said add another cup of water with this, y'all. Look where it's at. I can't add nothing. So I'm going to have to pour this over the strainer. We're going to do that. And see how much liquid we actually get. So really, his recipe to me, I don't have, he had the big, he had the Ninja. So that the bottom of the Ninja is bigger than this. So that's probably why he added more. So I'm going to pour this over the strainer. We have a strainer, and we also have this to put it in the bottles. It's the first time doing this, y'all, so I don't, you know, I'm just winging it. So he said, take the bowl. Okay, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna pour it through the strainer first. I'm just gonna pour it through the strainer with holding it like that, because I can't be doing too many things, y'all. Okay, we're pouring it through the strainer. You see there? pouring it through the strainer. Okay, and then when we got to that part, he said, the strainer's almost filled, so he said, take a spoon and go back to, damn it, I ain't got a spoon. Hold on, y'all, I'm trying to reach. The multitasking. It's real TV. Okay. So he said, take a spoon, and he said, go back and forth like this, and you'll get more juice to come out. He said, just go back and forth. And more juice is coming out. This is a process, boy. Yeah, I see now how it's probably going to make not that much. Almost like a smoothie. So I'm going back and forth the way he said, go back and forth to get more out. He said do that and more juice will come out. They said you could take this leftover stuff called compost and do different things with it. Put it in your other smoothies that you make. This is some elbow grease stuff, y'all. My arm getting tired. You see how I'm holding? You have to do it like that. It's almost leaving like a, I mean, an applesauce. But they said you can use the compost to put in your smoothies or whatever. More still coming out. Ooh, child, I'm getting tired. So I'm pouring it in a bowl, and I'm gonna show y'all what it looked like. Okay, so this is the bowl, and that's the compost. Looks like a little applesauce. What do they say? You can put this in smoothies or whatever, or save it, or you can toss it. It's up to you. And that's like, I'm gonna put that in there, and I'm gonna put, child, how this gonna work? There's gonna be some shenanigans going on. Okay, so we go see how this works. Okay, pretty good. It seems all pure. That lime and lemon is kicking through that boy. I don't even taste the ginger. Not yet. Okay, so that's one. Okay. So y'all, I got 3 bottles of juice. You see that's a little bit darker because it has that juice in there. And I got 3 bottles. And it's all pure. Just that little mix, but all pure. I got 3 bottles out of his recipe. Thank you, Mr. Bold the Goat TV. I'm gonna tag you too. We are working with, this recipe calls for, like I told you before, it calls for cucumber, what is it back there, celery, a little ginger, and it calls for pineapple and a green apple. And I'm going to cut this up. This is all going to go in there. Same thing, you add the water, you add a bottle of water, 16 ounce, whatever, and we're gonna see how this pans out. I have washed out, I got 3 bottles ready for this. With the pineapple, this is a canned pineapple, the little chunks. I am gonna use the juice because I know that ginger and that celery is gonna take over. For the celery, I used also these right here. And I took, these are already in stalks, they're like in half. So I took 2 whole ones and I took a half of another one and I just chopped it up and I cut it up. You see it says equivalent to 2 stalks of celery. So the recipe calls for a handful, okay? These are like for a snack. Good healthy thing. So I think this is a little bit more than a handful because look. So we ready to get into it. This is apples. This is also celery and cucumber and a little bit of ginger. I'm just gonna put it all in like a little fruit salad, don't it? Because I can't put it in the way they say. There's your apple. Okay. You can smell this ginger. Here's your cucumbers. I used a half of a cucumber, a whole green apple, like a Granny Smith apple, and it said a handful of celery, which with those pre-cut stalks, I used 2 of those, so there was probably 1 piece, and then a half of another one. Okay, the stove wound up on the floor. Make sure this is on here right. Shout out to all the people that went up to the Cincinnati Jazz Fest this weekend, my sister included. DJ Alicia and Concentric, Josiah, all of them people went up there. Laverne, y'all shout out, have fun, be safe. Next year, I'm going. My sister went, y'all. My sister been dipping and doing it, y'all. She been dipping and doing it. So next year I'm going. I mean, it looked like it's just fun to do the trip with the bus. The bus is jazzy. I mean, I seen the bus. Have y'all looked at some of the videos online? The bus, they playing cards, they got Uno, they got drinks, they got food, they jam, they got house music. You know, child, please. I need to go. I mean, I just like the experience of having the bus ride. Forget the concert in Cincinnati, but that alone, I mean, you can have hotel parties, everything, child. So it's gonna be a good time. I'm going next year. I'm putting it on my calendar now. Bottles with the green. So we're gonna do the green. Go down because it'll be like right there. Okay. Yep. I don't want it to overflow. Pour a little bit out. Okay. So that's one. Got one bottle ready now. Uh-oh, sorry y'all. Got one bottle ready. That's the green juice. The green fuel, that's what they call it. Yeah, and this is bottle number 3. So y'all can see it right there. Now this made, it even had a little extra left, y'all. Does that mean I gotta drink this little extra? Maybe one of the other bottles could get a little more. This got some pulp up at the top. This is 3. Please don't tell me I gotta drink that, y'all. Y'all playing with my emotions. So we got 3 greens here. I'm gonna taste this, y'all. Let me look at my time. Okay. Cheers to the green fuel, y'all. Y'all, I think it's gonna be nasty. It smells like straight damn celery. I didn't think about it. I just knew. The aroma is not good, y'all. I can't smell no cucumbers, not smell celery. Okay, we gotta taste it. Cheers, and put one out for Tupac, y'all. Come on. Biggie. Let's do it. It's not gross. You can tell there's no chemicals or nothing in here, but fruits and vegetables, you can tell. They do need to be cold. You can taste the celery. You can taste that lemon. You can taste that ginger. Y'all know if it was nasty, I wouldn't be guzzling like them. So we got 3 green. We got 3 orange. First time doing this, y'all.